Rob's here. Rob's a good American. Hello, Rob. Good day to be outside, man. I wish I was back at the house myself. Nathan's here. Nathan's a damn good American. Adam's here. We are ready to go on this fine April afternoon. Boys, thank you for watching. And somebody just started messing with my door. Hey, Mike Kaler is a fine American. Thank you, sir. We appreciate the words of encouragement. All right, today's show, I'm going to do a little bit of a different thing here. Today's show is brought to you by the normal list of sponsors: Thoroughbred Diesel, Ergo, Thoroughbred Diesel, and don't forget to buy your Power Shot. Power Shot is our in-house fuel additive. Power Shot is run by all good Americans that drive diesel cars. So if you are a good American and you want to use a good American's fuel additive, you will use Power Shot. Today we'll be giving a Power Shot away to one of you lucky good Americans. So absolutely. Let's see. Brad Fitch says, and wait, Mike said spring is finally here. You're exactly right. Here in Kentucky, I hope that this is it. No more freezes, no more frost, no more nothing. It's 70 degrees today, 76 degrees today. Windy, but we're very thankful to see it because I am tired of looking at frost and snow and all of the bad crap. Brad Fitz, let's go, man. Brad says, I have a 2006 F-250 that I will be getting the turbo rebuilt on. Is it worth upgrading to the Wicked Wheel? Brad, if you already have the turbo off of the truck, really depends on how you're going to go about doing the rebuilt turbo. Are you going to rebuild it yourself? Or are you going to be buying a CHRA or a rotating assembly for the turbo? So there's a lot that goes into that. If you've got it off and you've got a power adder on the truck, man, like a programmer or a module or something, absolutely. Go ahead and put the Wicked Wheel in there. You're going to be able to move more air, kind of at the sweet spot of the turbo. The turbo is going to be more efficient. It's not necessarily going to run a higher PSI, but it is going to be more efficient. It's going to move a little bit more air. You'll really like the wheel for sure. So, Paul Stewart says 75 here today and snow on Saturday. Man, it's been that way the whole year in Kentucky. Man, it's been 60 degrees and then all of a sudden there's a foot of snow on the ground. It's awful. Dale Schoenig said he's got snow coming to Wisconsin, 6 to 10 inches. Man, buddy, I keep you in my thoughts because I sure would like to see you all get out of winter too. Brad said he's having someone else rebuild it and completely and balance it. That's awesome. Yeah, I would definitely do the wheel, man. You're already right there. No sense in not going ahead and doing a little bit of performance upgrade to it while you got it off of the truck. So, talk about a few things that are going on. I just want to say first off that April is by far my favorite month out of the year. A lot of reasons. This spring has been really messed up because of the weather, but April here in Kentucky, I think this is the best place in the entire world to be in April because you've got Keeneland's running. Our turkey season starts this weekend. Everything's coming back to life, man. It's just awesome. It's just really, really awesome. Thankful to be here, and I'm thankful to be part of that. So, got my first lawn mowing done last week. Thank you for everybody around the shop that helped me get my mower back together. I had to rebuild a gear case on the mower deck. I had a couple of leaks that I had to fix, and it took me a lot longer to get back up and mowing than I thought it would. So I've mowed. Have you mowed your yard? I hope you have. Everybody needs some grass therapy. JT is our B2B guy. They got JT on a pretty good prank today. They drug a desk in his office and put it in the middle of his office. Had to walk around that, and he had what we call here in Kentucky as the red ass most of the morning. He was very mad. He said the F word quite a few times. I think he said the F word more times than I've said it in my entire life. But there was good resolve at the end of it. The guy that was responsible for playing on the joke on JT admitted that he did it. He apologized to JT, and JT apologized to him. That's a good American transaction right there. You play a joke, you have some laughs, everybody says they're sorry, and you go on about your business. You don't bring a gun into their office and shoot up their office. So make sure that you take notes on that. Hunter Maines. Hunter Maines is still single. Ladies, if you all are looking for a nice date, a nice guy, Hunter Maines is going to be my pick for you. Hunter Maines has got an education from the University of Kentucky. He's a real nice guy. He likes to go to the gym. He likes to do the weightlifting thing. So he's got one of those beach bodies for you. Just a good dude. So he's single. He's here at Thoroughbred Diesel. We'll gladly hook you up with him. So if you're watching this and you're looking for a date with a good dude, please come see Hunter Maines. Let's get back to the questions for everybody here. So let's see. Alan Hornet says, Oak 3 Duramax, what aftermarket lift pump do you recommend, and what is your opinion is the best upgraded for putting a lift pump aside? Thanks in advance. Sorry, Alan, if I messed that up, man. We talk about the different we talk about the Air Dog Fast thing with lift pumps all the time. Air Dog and Fast are both great companies, both offer lifetime warranties, easy installation, a lot of advantages to them. We really don't ever center on the other lift pumps that are out there. BD makes a really good lift pump. PPE makes a good lift pump for the Duramaxes. You have to buy the relay kits with those separately. But other than that, that's another one. AFE's got a good lift pump. So there's other pumps that are out there that are also good brands too. So I didn't want the other companies thinking I'm knocking on them. But Air Dog and Fast are by far our 1-2 combination that we sell the most of there. So either one of those are going to be good choices for you. It's also good to make sure that when you do one of those lift pumps that you do one with added filtration. The extra filtration in the lift pump kits to me is a peace of mind for my fuel system. I'm able to get it down to 2 or 3 micron filters, easily accessible water separator, so a lot of advantages for that. Disadvantages, if you're not running a fuel heater, you absolutely could have some gelling issues in the wintertime. That for a couple of different reasons, but if you use a heater, you won't have any problems at all. So just keep that in mind if you're going to go that route, guys. So 2001 Cummins, Joey O'Leary. Joey's a good American. I just finished 100 horsepower injectors, has an Air Dog fuel system and a cold air intake. It smokes like a cheap hooker. JT's here. JT, I think he wants to say something. Did you want to say something to everybody, JT?
I got that phone call that you've been waiting on.
Yeah, have you got one for me? Okay, I don't think we're opening up the line today, but appreciate, yeah, I know. JT, everybody. So Joey O'Leary says he's just finished up his 100 horsepower injectors, has an Air Dog fuel system and a cold air intake. It smokes like a cheap hooker all the time. Anything I can do to reduce the smoke. I don't like being that guy all the time. Joey, I'll be honest with you, 100 horsepower injectors in that truck, if you're running a power box like a Comp or Quadzilla, if you're running on the stock, stock turbo, you're going to have smoke like that all the time. I drive an 01-2. It's a pig, same way. Turbo upgrade, absolutely. Looking at something that's going to clean up on the bottom end. Also, in some of these tuners, you can decrease your low boost fueling. By decreasing your low boost fueling, you're not going to have that just stupid amount of smoke all the time. I'll tell you something else that I did on my truck. I went with the MM3, the Smarty MM3 module, and I went with some custom tuning from Duramax Tuner from Calibrated Power. Bob and Chris and the guys over at Calibrated did the tune for me. They did a really, really good job on it. It pulled a ton of smoke out of my truck. My truck's got 150 horsepower injectors on it and a 64 mil BD turbo. So as you can imagine, it is a dog drive on the bottom end and turbo smoky. They were able to pull some pump stretch out of there and clean it up really nicely. Something you can check out. We can assist you with that for sure. Do y'all have a debut date in mind for Diana Wade? It'd be awesome to be able to see her make her first pull. Mike, thank you so much. Absolutely. I think that at the end of this month, we're supposed to have a test hook. I will get you a date and a time on that. I will get you a date and time on that next week, man, but I'm pretty sure that we have talked to one of the sanctioning bodies around here to let us have a test hook at a local county fair. I think it's going to be at Carlisle, so I'll let you know on that one. Rob says it's happy birthday tomorrow. Tomorrow is my birthday. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. 42 is going to be awesome. Dave Fournier, sorry, man. 2012 Ram running a Smarty tuner. Should I upgrade to EFI Live? Dave, no. I don't think that you necessarily have to go to EFI Live. Again, that's another one. You can use MM3 there if you got the Smarty Touch. You can get the license and the dongle. You can get custom tuning for the truck. So definitely something to think about. Let's see. Sean Etherton. Howdy, Wade. I came outside this morning to a decent sized puddle of diesel fuel from under my truck. I think it might be coming from behind the fuel bowl. Thinking of using the UV dye blacklight. Ever had any issues with this stuff? I know 6.4 fuel system is very sensitive. I don't think that you're going to put a dye in there, Sean, that is going to mess anything up. It just depends on what. No, you're not gonna cross anything like that, man. But that low pressure system, man, I don't think you're gonna need to dye that. You're just gonna need to get in there with a light and try to find your leak as best you can. I know that sounds a heck of a lot easier said than done, but I don't think you're gonna need to go the dye route and catch a black light, man. You'll find the leak. It's no problem. Don Pence, happy birthday. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, sir. Go Vol, says Don. Thank you for that. Thank you for that birthday present, Don. Appreciate the well wishes. Let's see. Bill Foster says, won the power shot last week. Just want to thank you all one more time. Bill, you're very welcome. Next, when you run it in your truck, if you notice any difference, please let us know. Let us know what you think about it. Cool thing about power shot, and we offered Standardine as well. We had Standardine exclusively for years. But when we started toying around with the fuel additive, the company that's private labeling this for us, one of the things that I really liked was the graduated cylinder that's on here that you can put the necessary amount for your tank in there and dump it in. It's just cleaner. I know that sounds hokey because really, man, you can take this and dump half of it in your tank. You're going to be fine with that as well. Truck will run just fine on it. So if you like to be a perfectionist about stuff like that, this is just a little bit cleaner. One thing about daggone fuel additive too, you get it on, it seems like you don't get the smell off of it for a while. So, just something to think about on that. It's good stuff. I like it. I run it in my truck, and I run it in some of the equipment around the farm, and whatnot. I've got it in George Jones. It's Power Shots. It's good stuff. It's good stuff for sure. Let's see. What else have we got here? Got any more questions or not? All right. So we're going to have a Dirty Diana update now. Stearns and Vince got the gears and lockers in. One of our new sales guys, Corey Stearns. Stearns did the gears in the front of it. I guess everybody was kind of involved on that, but so we got our 488s in now all the way around. Covers are on that. We're doing our hydraulic steering setup right now. I don't know exactly who we used for that. I forgot. But I'm going to try to get Vince in here one day and let Vince talk about the build. If you guys get to watch the Diana update video, you get to meet Vince in there. Vince is a good guy, and he's a hell of a fabricator. He's been doing a great job. JT has been working on installing our FlexLight fan. FlexLight donated a fan to us for the truck. We appreciate that. Let's see, the hydraulic steering. I think we're going to have the truck back on the ground again next week. Jackie over at what is Republic Diesel, now Fleet Pride in Lexington. If you're local around here and you're looking for somebody to do some drive shaft work for you, Fleet Pride, ask for Jack. Jack is an artist when it comes to drive shaft. He built drive shafts for me in my pulling truck. Back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, he's done some high horsepower drive shafts for us going forward, and he's done all the drive shafts in Diana. Jackie is amazing. Hell of a nice guy, and he will put you in drive shaft that you will not tear up, I promise you. All right, what's the next question we got from Dustin Berman? He's got a 99 24 valve with 440,000 miles. I need injectors. What horsepower rating should I go with? Should I use a boost filler? I don't want to wiretap a programmer. Dustin, that's a really good question. I think you're another candidate for Smarty, man. I really do. If you're just wanting something to get you a little bit better fuel economy as far as programming goes, you don't want to tap a pump wire, Smarty's going to be the way for you to go. I wouldn't worry about the boost filler because you're kind of going to get that functionality inside of the programmer. Now, what injectors do I recommend? If you're going to stay within the stock injectors or the stock turbo, I tell you 50 to 75 horsepower injectors maximum. I think that kind of grows into what we were talking about with the other guy about how smoky these trucks get with an injector upgrade. Now, do they make a big time power difference? Yeah, absolutely. It's going to make a huge power difference when you go with injectors. But you're getting a truck that's just not as clean drivable when you do an injector upgrade. So keep that in mind, especially if you're going to keep the stock turbo on the truck. 50 to 75 horsepower, that's going to kind of be my pick for you. Timothy Collins Jr. said, would love to try out some power shot in my 99 24 valve. Well, there you are, Timothy. Guess what? Ask and ye shall receive. Going to send you the power shot, buddy. Going to send her to you and let you try it out and see what you think about it. I think you've won a hat before, but we'll send you some power shot on that too. Let's see, what else have we got going on? Talking about some of the sales that we're running right now. Right now we are running free shipping on Suncoast transmissions. This is a really, really good sale. If you guys are kind of on the fence and looking for a transmission, if you're wanting to do a full built one, this will be something that you will save money on that shipping. $500 is usually what you're going to incur for shipping to you and the core back. So saving $500 on it. If you're thinking about doing a kit to try to save that money, you might go ahead and go and do a full transmission. Save yourself the downtime. There you go. 10% off BD fuel injectors right now. BD common rail fuel injectors, we got 10% off of those. That's a really, really good sale as well. 10% off InGen intakes. InGen is an intake that we've had for a couple of years. Really, really good stuff if you've never checked out InGen before. I know that there are a lot of common names out there in intakes. InGen's not one that you hear a lot of, but they have got an awesome product. Check it out. We got a really good page on our website. My Smoking Hot wife just joined, so hello, Smoking Hot wife. Hope class is going good today. All right, Dylan Tipton says, busting my slave cylinder line today. Do you sell just the line itself? It's all I need to finish putting my new clutch in. Dylan, no, we don't. I don't sell just the line. If it's on a Dodge, if you buy it from the slave or the master from the parts house, you can get them as, separate assemblies. You can get the master or the slave, either one. But I don't suggest doing that, man. You can get an assembled assembly from Valair or South Bend, either one. They're going to come with fluid in them. It's pre-bled. You don't have to do anything, man. All you got to do is bolt it up and go. Give us a call, man. We'll be glad to talk to you about that, Dylan. Love to get you in one, man. I promise you, it's going to save you a lot of heartache. Bleeding those things is an absolute bear. Dustin Berman said, 275 injectors. Yeah, that's about a 40 horsepower injector. That's another good one. 635 is what we call those. But it's a very, very common light injector for the trucks. 9712 valve, yeah, absolutely. That's the same thing. We've got the same assembly. It's got the master and the slave all in one assembly. It's pre-bled, ready to go, man. Give us a call. We'll get you right in one. Ronald Omark, there's Ronald. Hadn't seen him for a while here. 67 Cummins has developed a very slight shudder. No codes, no smoke, no nothing. Head gasket to 100,000 miles with power shot help. Ronald, just depends on what you've got going on there. If it's a vibration, instead of a shudder when you're driving, it could be something in the driveline. Might be a U-joint or something like that. If it's something that you think that it may be fueling or a miss or something like that, then a fuel additive of any kind would be worth trying for sure. Dylan Purdy says, OBS 7.3, do you all have a fix for the leaky dipstick adapter at the oil pan? Dylan, I'll be honest with you, I have seen that quite a bit. I don't know if there's any better mousetraps out there for that other than doing that whole plug assembly in the O-ring. There may be. Somebody else may jump in here and help you with that. I don't know that there is. I'd like to learn on that myself, but I've fixed a bunch of them. Mike Kaler says, I'm sure it's killing my fuel mileage, not to mention it's noisy. It's not going 100% gauge, maybe 50 or 60, Kaler. Mike, I forgot exactly what your original question was, man. I apologize, but I apologize. No, I talked to you a couple times there. Sorry. 06, Richard Clark says, 06, two-wheel drive mega cab automatic, want to go about 800 horsepower. How much transmission do I need to upgrade to? Richard, if you're going to be doing automatic transmission on that, you're going to want to do full billet internals, valve body upgrade, converter, everything that you can get your hands on at that horsepower. And it depends on, the horsepower really is not as indicative of what you need to do with the transmission as what you're going to be doing with the truck on a daily basis. If it's two-wheel drive, I assume you're probably going to jump on track and try to make some passes on that thing. Again, I would suggest, obviously, full billet, valve body upgrades, converter upgrade. Nick Soidel says 99 Cummins 5-speed. Took off hard at a stop sign. Truck hesitated, kind of like it didn't have fuel. Smarty tuner, everything else stock. How do you know if the lift pump is taking a shit? What should I do? Test it with a gauge? What should I run? Stock pump or get aftermarket? Trying to avoid VP going out. Thanks. Absolutely, man. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get on there and you're going to have to do something to try to figure out what your lift pump pressure is. This is the main thing with 24 valves, man. You've got to know what your lift pump pressure is. So get a gauge on there. With the 99s, it's going to be a little bit easier. If it's an early 99, there's going to be a 1/8 by 27 MPT port that's going to be on the top of the fuel filter canister. At that port, you can catch a fuel pressure reading pretty easy to do. If it's a later model one, you will have a Schrader valve that will be on the side of the pump. Really cool way to catch fuel pressure reading on that. If you just want to get it on a hand gauge, you can go to AutoZone or O'Reilly's, grab the fuel pressure kit that they've got. It's like $35. You can put it on there. But what that doesn't do is that doesn't tell you what the truck's doing running down the road. So here's my suggestion to you. Aftermarket lift pump, put a gauge on it, which most aftermarket lift pumps nowadays have got a port on there where you can put your sending unit in. We can put you an electronic gauge like a Z-Series Autometer or an IS Pro. Get you a gauge inside the cabin. You can monitor it all the time. It's going to be great. So there you go. That's going to be what my suggestion to you is. Upgraded lift pump for sure. I would say you've got it right. Romping down on it hard from a stoplight and if the truck acts like it wants to stutter, I'd say you've probably got a supply pump pressure problem. Tim Pete is here. Tim Pete is a 7.3 building, damn good American. Tim Collins says, thank you, Thoroughbred Diesel #1. Bob and parts of you guys thus far. Let you know thinking Power Shot. We appreciate that, Tim. We appreciate it for sure. Richard Clark, Mr. Clark, you are very welcome. 2012 Cummins engine fan. You know how they engage someone when you first start driving and it acts like it's going to kick out, but then it comes back on. I don't know if it's a clutch or what. Thought maybe AC pressure switches, but it does it with the air on defrost. Air or defrost on too. Mike, one thing that I've noticed on the drives on those, and I tell you, got a couple of things that I want to talk to you about. A product that I just had talked to a guy about and a problem. That wiring harness down there at the clutch fan is very, very susceptible to getting cut up, maybe a bad connection, something like that. So just check it for continuity. Make sure that you're getting proper signal to it and that you're getting good fan. Now talk about the product. I got an email from a guy today. Hopefully I can make sure that hopefully I can offer this to you all down the road. But it is going to be a solid fan, drive fan. So if the truck's running, the fan's going all the time. In the winter, you'll have to run a bra on the truck to keep the heat in. But it's going to eliminate that electronic clutch. Really nice product. I haven't gotten to check a lot about it yet, but be looking back for that. Next couple of weeks, we launch our new website May 1. Hopefully that's going to be our go live on that. So a lot of new products coming at that time. Do you guys sell OEM Ford gaskets? No, Mark, we do not. We carry Mahle. Mahle is as trusted a manufacturer of gaskets as OE is, hands down. So please check out our Mahle line of gaskets, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. Yeah, Mike, you're very welcome, but anything I can do to help you, just let us know. Let's see. What else have we got going on? Adam, if we got something going on I forgot about, let me know. Luke Ayers has just joined us. Luke is a great American. Luke is going to be a new uncle, or I think it's been a new uncle. No, going to be a new uncle. Is a new uncle, and is going to be another new uncle again soon. So what we got going on right now, guys? We have got. It's coming up on our event. It's going to be June 23rd, 24th, I think, 22nd, 23rd, whatever. In Clay City, going to be down there. It's going to be huge. It's going to be drag racing, dyno, truck pulls. It's just going to be a good family environment. We're going to be camping. So that's going to be in Clay City, in Kentucky, latter part of June. Sorry if I screwed up the thing. Any details on HRDA, Clay City this year classes, Tim? I have not heard classes yet. I have not heard classes yet, but it's not. We're not going to be far from announcing that. But just keep that in mind. Going to be a really good time. We would love to see everybody there. If you're there and you're able to see us, please come by our tent, introduce yourself. Love to meet everybody, man, for sure. Especially you guys that we talk to all the time on here, or talk to on the telephone. If we haven't got to meet you, I'd like to shake your hand. Just thank you for your business properly. I think that's it, guys. I've about run out of stuff to talk about here. You know, it's tax time. You've got some money right now. If you're looking for a company to do business with, we would be honored to have your business. If you're looking for some parts or just some advice on parts, we'd be glad to give you that as well. Try to be good Americans. Get out and enjoy the sunshine. You guys that are in the northern states, if you can catch some snow, you're definitely going to be in our thoughts because we're tired of snow too. So everybody, just stay calm. Summer's coming. It's going to be a good time. If you need anything, please give us a call. Turn on your notification tab so if you're watching this, you can watch my ugly mug every Thursday. Got the power shot going out to our winner. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you for watching.